OJ Starr's family. You're not gonna believe this. We've got a prison break straight out of a movie. 10 inmates, armed and dangerous, escaping from a jail in New Orleans in the dead of night. And now, 7 of them are still on the loose. Yeah, you heard that right. 7 fugitives are out in the streets. And this isn't just any jailbreak. This was planned, strategic, and maybe even helped by insiders inside the jail. Let's break down everything that went down, what security footage shows, how they escaped, who's been caught, and what authorities are saying now. Grab your snacks. This is OJ Starr's, and you know we got all the details. It all started early Friday morning at the Orleans Parish Jail in New Orleans. At first, the sheriff's office thought 11 inmates had escaped, but later they corrected that to 10. Now listen to this. These guys didn't just walk out the front door. According to Sheriff Susan Hudson, around 12:23 a.m., the inmates managed to yank a sliding jail cell door off its track. Yeah, a jail door. And just 40 minutes later, they were gone. They breached a wall behind a toilet. No joke. And somehow used toiletry items to remove the bolts. Authorities haven't said exactly what items they used, but somehow they got through. Once they made it out of their cells, they scaled down a wall and ran across a freeway, and this was all caught on security footage later released by the sheriff's office. You can literally see the group sprinting out of the jail and crossing the interstate like it's a heist movie. Let's watch the full security camera footage of the escape. It gets even crazier. As a parting gift, these guys left behind obscene messages for the guards, including one that was misspelled but read, "Too easy, LOL." That's right, too easy. Apparently, escaping jail is easier than spelling. So far, 3 of the escapees have been caught. One of them, Kendall Miles, was caught in downtown New Orleans. Thanks to facial recognition technology, surveillance cameras spotted him, and when police moved in, he tried to run, but was found hiding under a car in a hotel parking garage. Robert Moody and Decanan Dennis were also caught later that day and are now back in custody. That leaves 7 inmates still on the run, and authorities say they're likely likely still somewhere in New Orleans. And y'all, these are not low-level offenders. Some of these men are facing murder charges. One of them, Derek Groves, was convicted in a 2018 Mardi Gras shooting. These are dangerous individuals. During a press conference, Sheriff Susan Hudson didn't hold back. She believes the escape was only possible because someone inside the jail helped them.
We've been following the news coverage out here, and it is being made into a political issue. Political people are making this a political issue. I want to be really clear. This is a public safety issue, and we all need to continue to work together to solve it, to get these folks back in custody. And we are doing that. All of our energy at OPSO is going towards getting these folks back into custody and finding out exactly what happened. It's a fluid situation. When we're aiming to respond to all media inquiries as quickly as we can possibly do that, but I still have to investigate it, and the integrity of the investigation has to stand. We do acknowledge there is no way people can get out of this facility without there being some type of lapse in security. There's no way. It's almost impossible, not completely, but almost impossible for anybody to get out of this facility without help from the outside. We intend to find out exactly what happened. We know that, I want to say that we know that folks are normally locked down in this facility at 10:30 p.m., but these folks that were able to get out did so because of defective locks on the cells. I've talked about those locks since I got into office. I wrote a letter to the consent decree judge, to the city council, and everybody else who would listen. And every time I go to budget, I say the exact same thing. When you all covered our millage, I said the exact same thing. There are deficiencies in these facilities that cause public safety concerns. That's why the millage was so important.
Her exact words were, "There's no way for anyone to get out of this facility without help from the outside." Even New Orleans Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick said the escapees probably had help, and added that it's highly unlikely they're still wearing their orange jumpsuits. Authorities even had to remove some victims and their families from their homes for safety. And yeah, they also confirmed that security staff and jail deputies are being investigated for possible involvement. So here's where you come in. Authorities are offering serious cash for any tips. The total reward is now $12,000 per escapee, $5,000 from the ATF, and $5,000 from the FBI, and $2,000 from Crime Stoppers. If you know anything, where they are, where they've been, you can call 1-800-CALL-FBI. And now, things are getting political. Sheriff Hudson is pointing fingers at the city of New Orleans, saying the jail has been requesting security upgrades for the past 5 years, and those requests were ignored. One of the biggest problems? The jail locks. Hudson says just replacing the locks at the facility would cost over $5.2 million, and that money was never approved. There is no way people can get out of this facility without there being some lapse in security, she said. So not only are there violent escapees on the loose, but the jail itself is clearly vulnerable, and leaders are blaming each other. So let's break this down real quick. 10 inmates escaped from a major jail. 3 are caught, but 7 are still out there. There's a chance someone inside helped them. The jail's been asking for money for years, and now the city's being blamed, and regular people, maybe even you, are being offered up to $12,000 if you can help catch them. This story is wild, and it's still developing. So what do you think? Should the city take the blame for not funding jail upgrades? Do you think this was an inside job? And should the staff involved face serious charges? And if you had info, would you call in for that $12,000? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're watching everything and replying back. This is OJ Stars, your #1 source for the realest stories, the wildest updates, and everything trending in the world of crime, celebrity, and chaos. Stay safe out there, and if you see someone running across a freeway in orange, maybe call the FBI first. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell so you don't miss the next big story. We out.